Yes, and welcome to Vasily's Garden, folks. Well, we just finished our veggie garden workshop here, and it's quite a successful one. I like to think it was. All the participants got involved, and we did one raised garden bed, and I want to go through basically what we did here for you guys to see, and then show you a bed that we prepared about 2 months ago with some veggies growing in it, and the results of the applications of what we've done here. So the bottom of this bed, and you've seen me do it before, is full of straw. Cardboard right at the base if you like, but straw in the middle. Come over here, this is what I've got to show you more importantly. Wait, it just came to me. Now, this is bean straw on top. I've just moved that out of the wheelbarrow, and underneath here is just a typical loosened straw that we have. But let me get around. I think most of it's gone into the garden bed already. This is the decomposition of the straw breaking down. See the moisture in that? Now this moisture is from the rain. Here, this is a good one. Oh, what are we looking for here? We're looking for life. Look at it. Look at this. Look at the worms. Look at this. These are breeding in this straw here. I shared this with a group today. A bale of straw sitting out in the garden in the corner somewhere where it gets weathered, rained on and moisture on. This is what will happen to it over time. This is only one of the many worms we've got in here, and we've added a heap of this in the bottom of that bed there, so it's full of life. You've got the worms working, you've got the microbes working, you've got the composting creatures working as well, breaking it all down to make a food source for the plant, solubilizing it so the plant can take it up. Now, what we've done on top of this, which is in the bottom of this one here, and you don't have to have a raised bed, folks. When you put your mulch on top of your bed like here, you can add your compost back on top of this without digging it. This will decay as that is over there, and then you'll find the life go into that layer there, and I'll show you a bed that I've already completed like that. But what we've done in this case here, we've put our compost and our planting mix on top of the straw underneath here. It's right at the bottom there. The straw is about 30 centimeters down below, 40. And this is our planting mix and compost. But what I've done with this is hydrated it really well. Now the folks that were involved in this class, one of the guys there was holding the hose, drenching it like a pool. Meanwhile, while I was digging it over and showing how dry it is underneath, because you need to hydrate it all the way through. It's no good just sprinkling water on the surface, covering it with mulch and walking away expecting it to be fine, because it's dehydrated down below. So one good soaking all the way through is what we did. But then, before we put our mulch on top, which is our straw, I soaked it in here, in a bucket. And you've seen me do this before if you've been following me. I use our Eco Butch and Liquid Gold, and I soak my straw in that. This is the bean straw, and I inoculate it with a biostimulant. And then I throw that over the top on here, like that, spread it out. And then you can go and plant away. Just open up a little hole and pop your seedling in. We haven't put any seedlings today because I forgot to get some. But this is ready for planting. Now, 2-3 months down the track, once you've planted it, you can go back and inspect it, and this is what you'll find. Look. One little worm. Let me just do this carefully. Wait. Where are they? There's another one. Look, there's one there, it's just fallen down. There's another worm, 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 there's another worm. Look at this in my handful of soil here. Folks, in the handful of soil, not even a handful of soil, I've got a dozen worms. Just in this handful here. And you want to know how I achieved this? Let me see if I find any more. Where are they? They're around here. Oh, I just dirtied my plant, bugger me. Yep, there's more there. There we are. There's another worm there. In this handful of soil that I've got here is basically our planting mix, our organic based planting mix, full of life, full of organic matter, turning into humus, composting all the material and making it edible and available to the plants for them to take up. So it's not just the worms, it's the microbes, the fungi. You squeeze this, it forms beautifully. This is what we call the formation of humus. Humus is what you want in your soil. This is the life of your soil, and every time you dig it up and break it up, don't mind me just breaking up this little bit here, but every time you dig it up, you're exposing and depleting the humus in there. And humus is like a sponge that holds moisture and nutrients and life, and your plants feed off that. And look at this, it's just everywhere. So they're decomposing all this surface here for me. This garden bed was hit by birds really hard. So we're just going to cover them over, and that's why I put a bit of a straw over the top to protect them, because they destroyed all the seedlings. But we've got the life in the soil, and that is, this bed, see how it's sunken down? This is the result of what we just showed you earlier with the raised garden bed of preparing today in the group that we have. A little bit of straw on top and we've activated it. Now I've had to put the netting over the top to stop the birds, because they're going for the worms, because they know there's good life in here. And it has sunken down, folks. It's dropped down. The bed there is full to the top. This was about there at this height, but it's actually dropped about 150, 200 mil. And that's decomposing the straw at the bottom of this. So this bed is full of life. So much life in here with good bacteria and fungi and worms and composting creatures that these plants are going to thrive. Be it all they've been destroyed by the birds, that's okay. I'm not fussed about that. I'm more concerned about the life in the soil, because I know whatever I plant in here in the coming weeks and months is going to thrive. And if I need to top dress it, just layer it straight over the top and you're laughing. And the only way to do that is with our compost and our planting mix. It is full of good organic matter, full of bacterial life, fungi in there as well. That's all it needs to do, is go in the ground and activate. And you can't go wrong. It's working for us, it's going to work for you too. So check it out on our website, vasilisgarden.com, and get yourself some planting mix and compost and all the wonderful stuff, so that you can populate the life in your soil and not rely on chemicals and synthetic fertilizers to look after your plants. Because that way you've got something that looks like a vegetable, pose like vegetables, but aren't really the tasting and nutritional density of vegetables that you expect to have. Because that's what it is. Grow it in your garden and expect to have the nutritional and mineral density that you deserve. Otherwise, rely on the supermarkets to feed you something that's hollow. vasilisgarden.com, that's where you'll find it. From me, Vasili, Maresi.